Shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and great millstone while I learn this truth. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect out there scattered abroad. Pushing this truth on the four corners of the earth, risk the lives and freedom to do so. It's the brother Tazamak coming back with a quick lesson. I'm going to call this more accounts like Elisha will take place. Okay? More accounts like what happened with Elisha are going to be taking place. Okay? Now, I'm going to get some precepts and then I'm going to go into the actual account. But the Lord is only going to let us be, is only going to let, the scoffing only last so long. Okay? The Lord is only going to let the scoffing and the scorning last only but for a season. So we see judgment taking place in Babylon the Great right now, and all around the world. But it's only going to increase. You scoffers and scorners that gave the men of the Lord a hard time or gave them problems, you guys got hell to pay. The Lord ain't forgot that. The Lord ain't. You don't just give a brother a hard time and you just go on your married life. It don't work that way. You had this Christian preacher that came down to the Los Angeles camp a while ago. He passed away. Okay? There's been other scorners that have got judged for talking shit to the men of the Lord. Okay? So what if you don't believe it's already a wrap? Okay? If you're an Israelite, you don't believe you out here in Babylon the Great, you're gonna have hell to pay. Okay? But if you threw the cherry on top and you scored it, you're really out of here. Okay? And usually go hand in hand. If you don't believe, that usually comes with scoffing and scorning. 9 out of 10 people aren't going to be respectful of what you believe in if they ain't on the same page. The only people that might have a sense of respect for you that don't believe might be somebody like, your mom or your parents or something like that. That'd be like, okay, I still love you for you. You believe in that weird shit you believe in. That's what they say. And you just go and you marry your own way. But the people out there that just blatantly just disrespect the men of the Lord, you guys are idiots, you guys are child molest, can't say the full words, but you guys believe when a girl is young, she's ready, and all this other stuff, we need to get a job, just all the ridicule you guys do, okay? Hey, we'll be foolish for the foolishness of preaching, because we just want to do what's pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai anyway, okay? So I'm gonna dig into it, dig in. We'll start off with Sirach, the 5th chapter. Pretty straightforward verse, straight to the point. So this is Sirach 5:15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Okay? And, that's Jake, man, because something as huge as what we got called into, right? This ministry, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Jake think is just a sideshow. It's a game. It's a Saturday hobby. So on and so forth. Right? We're idiots for being out there. Whatever. Okay. So you're an idiot. You're stupid. Scripture said that it refers to Israel as Sodom's children. You Jake out there. I don't want to wake up to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This beautiful wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Might I add? That changed our lives. Okay. So it might be a small matter now, right? Because you don't see the prophecies. Prophecies are taking place, but you just don't see it. The Lord don't want you to see it. So is it going to be a big matter when the Lord does something severe to you? Then it's like, okay, I see what you mean. In fact, then it's going to be too late. Okay? It is what it is. Some of Jake is going to have to get put to death. So next. Fuck it. I know Arrowhead ain't the best, but gotta make do with it. Okay. This is Matthew 18:6, Yahweh Shai speaking. Matthew 18:6, it reads, But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, which is referring to us, the elect, okay? it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. And imagine that in the carnal sense, being tied in the middle of a damn lake, 20 feet deep or 100 feet deep. You got a big ass weight. What do you say? On your neck. You just drowning. That sounds pretty scary, don't it? Well, the Lord's judgment is worse than that. Okay? If you give one of his servants, referring to us, a hard time, anything, you can just roll your eyes. You out of here. You had a bitch do that at camp. This was a long time ago. This had been maybe 2 years ago. A year and a half ago. Just, pretty little chick walked by, one of the brothers addressed her according to the scriptures, not on that, but, talking scriptures to her. She's like, yeah, I believe. Rolled her eyes, walked off. Well, you're out. Okay. Dude walked by trying to, cuss brothers out. Why are you guys cussing and teaching the Bible? You're out. Okay. The Lord don't play. The Lord don't play. It's going to be the same in Jacob's trouble. You try to give us a hard time in that day, and sheesh. Especially when the Lord pull out all the stops, man. It's about to go down. Okay. We'll go to the book of Galatians next. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna go to the book of Galatians, the 6th chapter, and I'm gonna start at the 7th verse. This is Galatians 6 and 7. Okay. And it reads, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Okay, so whatever you do in this life, good, you're a righteous man, okay, you're gonna receive a righteous reward. Okay? And none of us came in right, none of us started off righteous, okay, because we're back in reincarnation, and the Lord woke us up. Now, with that being said, I don't want to throw no confusion out there. We were the first spirits here with Yahweh Shai. We believe that through faith. That helped create, that was here during the beginning of creation, okay? But I'm talking about when we came in these chains of darkness. We didn't come in righteous. We were in these chains of darkness, these bodies that sin, okay? The Lord freed us, and he hasn't physically freed us yet because we were not in our new bodies, but he freed us out of the darkness by giving us his truth, okay? So like I was saying, if you do righteous, you change your life, become a righteous man, okay, you receive a righteous reward. But if you stay involved in folly and all this other BS of Babylon the Great, okay, well, you can get a wicked man's reward, okay? Even scoffing, that's a wicked man's reward. You might think, well, I just told one of the guys on the corner to shut up. That's off, okay? Verse 8, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall the Spirit reap everlasting life." Okay? And I'm going to get the 9th part. It says in verse 9, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." We can't be righteous 6 months and to be wicked 10 months. You got to keep, you can't just teach 2 months and stop teaching for 8 months. You got to continue to live the lifestyle of a righteous man. You got to continue to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You got to continue to teach. You got to continue to study. You got to continue to fellowship. You got to continue in your works. Okay? Obviously, on the right-hand side, not the left-hand side. You got to stop those. You got to bring forth good works. Obviously, if you on the left-hand side doing that wicked stuff. Okay? And as Jacob, they constantly sow to the flesh, the lust of the flesh, the house of feasting. Do whatever's pleasing to the flesh. We walk in the Spirit. Yeah, we mess up sometimes, but we do the best we can. That's the difference. We do the best we can. Okay, we have a relationship with Yahweh Bashim by doing this work. Okay? Now I'm going to get the account of 2 Kings. Okay? So this is the book of 2 Kings. I'm going to go to the 2nd chapter. And I'm going to go to I'm gonna start at the 23rd verse, okay? And this is going into the account when Elijah had he had just got translated to the chariot, okay, and Elisha had succeeded him. All right, so this is him coming back from what just had took place. Okay, and obviously, yeah. So I'm gonna start off in 23. So this is 2 Kings 2:23. It reads that he went up from this into Bethel. Speaking of Elisha, and as he was going up, by the way, there came forth little children out of the city. Okay, and I want to highlight this part where it says that there came forth little children, because Jake would get emotional these days and be like, oh, it's little kids. The Lord loves all little kids. Well, let's go into this account, okay? Because that's not, you guys don't know the Heavenly Father. You guys don't study. You guys don't got this truth, period. It says, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him, and said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. He put a curse on them, okay? And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods, and tear 40 and 2 children of them, okay? And he went from this to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria. That's the end of that chapter. But look at verse 24. Let's go back up. 2 Kings 2:24. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. Do a curse on them, like I said. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, okay, and tear 40 and 2 children of them, and tear 40 and 2 children of them, okay. So that's showing you right there that you got people. The Lord will never do it to an old lady, a young lady, little kids, blah blah blah. Well, what just happened to these kids that gave a man of the Lord a hard time? They got put to death by them 2 bears, man. They got put to death, and that's a grueling death to get mauled and shit by a wild bear. Bears is huge, strong, faster than us. Lord is terrible. More accounts like this is going to be taking place. The guy that came by the camp and gave us a middle finger, have his ass get swallowed up by Leviathan or something, or have him get eaten up by some mountain lions. The Lord have your ass getting eaten alive, and you pass out after you felt so much pain or something. You know what I'm saying? The gate in mercy is open right now, but if you choose to be a scoffer, man, that's a tightrope you walking. A rope that's going to lead to death, okay? I'm going to close off in the book of Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, that is, okay? Because you guys are going to realize out there, starting on with the lead on down, there's nothing you can do to stop this word, to stop us from pushing this word, like I said, from stopping the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash, okay? This word is going to be pushed out regardless, okay? This is the book of 2 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, and I'm going to go to the 8th verse. For we can do nothing against the truth before the truth, okay? So like I said, starting on with these elites on down, they try to cancel us out. They scoff too. But let me get on Jake, okay? Because the elites, they're gonna come with Amos the 8th and 11th chapter. That's already prophecy, right? So you're not gonna be able to stop this. The truth already got out. There's nothing you can do to stop it. The only thing you're gonna do is help promote it. But just like Jake, though, when these Jake that walk by, say they walk by with their cell phone scoffing, look at these bums. These bum niggas out here need to get a job. They do a screen, or not a screen, they record us and then they put it on Facebook. Well, guess what? Some other brothers probably see it that's gonna wake up. Myself personally, I came in through a dude ended up bugging out now. Dude is bugged out now. But he says something that took me to this day. He said Yahweh Bahashim. He didn't even say Bahashim. He said Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Okay? The Hebrew Yahweh what? Yahweh Shai. But yeah, so even Jake that scoffs, that do all these gimmicks, you were, like I said, you take a picture of us. There was a guy that took a picture of brothers at camp and posted it on Twitter. Well, who saw that got spiritually enlightened? And nobody did. Who gives a fuck, But at the end of the day, whatever y'all do is not going to halt the ministry. The ministry is going to be pushed. This word is going to be pushed regardless, okay? And the scoffers, the scorners are going to be judged, and you unbelievers are going to be judged as well. It goes hand in hand. Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm going to say shalom.